Pascal, the owner of this whole concept, he found out ukuthi i-pressure kahle kahle it is transmitted to all parts of the fluid. So when you apply pressure on one side, it is transmitted to what? To all parts of the body of the fluid. Yezwala leyo nto angisho. So njengamanje mangathatha nali ibhakede and then I put a fluid inside it, I apply a force here. The moment I apply a force here, it means I'm causing the fluid to feel the pressure on the surface. Yezwala leyo nto angisho. So the pressure that is felt on the surface, it can be transmitted and low pressure can spread out in the entire water. So ngamanye amazwi pressure is transferred, is transmitted, it can be transmitted. So he found out that when you apply pressure on one side of a fluid, that pressure will actually move and move and move and move and move. Because the pressure is simply force per unit area angisho. So when you're applying a force to something, that thing will move angisho. So ngamanye amazwi man apply a force, lamanzi lawo will attempt to move. Let's just say I've got a pipe here, a smallanyana pipe, a very small pipe, a constructed kanjeni. Should as pretending as amanzi maningi kakhulu and they are not moving, right? And then mina I push down on the water. When I push down on the water will start to do what? It will start to displace here. If there is a way for the water to escape, it will escape. Why lamanzi lawa escape? It is because the force that I've applied at that point, it caused the pressure here where I've applied the force. So lang apply kona force, we cause the what? A pressure. And the pressure has been transmitted through the fluid until it reached the what? The bottom water. But it's just water that is being moved. It's like because pressure is simply force per unit area and force causes movement. So ngamanye amazwi lana apply pressure on the water actually causes the other water to move below and the other water to move. Such that if I open this slightly, then the water will escape. It's because pressure is transmitted. Pressure can be transmitted. So that is known as the Pascal's law. Pascal's law, a change in the pressure applied to a fluid is transmitted undiminished to every point of the fluid and to the walls of the container. Alright? Even if sikhuluma ngama gases, for example, if ngathatha isigubhu njengamanje ngigcwalisa amanzi ashisayo, mhlawumbe ngingasigcwalisi kodwa kube namanzi ashisayo phakathi noma umoya oshisayo, and then leso sigubhu ngisixukuze nje. Mangiqeda usixukuza leso sigubhu senza njani? Sizoqhuma. Siqhunyiswa yini? Ile pressure lena. Alright? It is the pressure that is actually transferred even to the container, to the walls of the container. So basically, Pascal's law says whatever change in pressure that is detected on the top is transmitted to each and every point of the fluid. Is that hearable? Okay, cool. So now, why do we even need to know this? It's because it helps us to be able to engineer a hydraulic lift. Back to the work concept. Work is equals to the force multiplied by the displacement. So work, no matter the energy transferred by a certain force, no matter the work done by a certain force, it is directly proportional to what? To the force applied. So if you apply a bigger force, you're going to have what? More work done. Here's what and then the work done or the energy transferred, it is also directly proportional to the what? To the displacement as well. So if it happens which you have applied a force and then the object yako it displaces kakhulu, it means that it has received more work, it has received more energy. So work is directly proportional to both the displacement and the force. But thina-ke into esifuna ukuyenza is strategic kakhulu. We want to manipulate i-force kahle kahle. Asifuni ukulokho nje thina siphoqa izinto forcing always izinto zinyakaza. For example, njengamanje, this is a very heavy object. With my force, I cannot be able to pull this object. I can only be able to pull lighter objects, but I'm a heavy object, I think I need more force. So let's wrap this kancane sithi let's just try to manipulate into esibizangani get displacement. Shuthi kahle mina if it happens ukuthi an object moves a bigger displacement due to a certain force, it means that there's been more energy that has been transferred to it. So we also know that the force that causes the pressure can also move to each and every point of the fluid. So if you combine lawo ma-concept awu-2, singakwazi ukuyikhanda i-equation for the Pascal's law. Okay, so the equation for the Pascal's law izosebenza from which angle? All right, so we are going to have a Pascal system, the one that is used in hydraulic lifts. So we're gonna use a Pascal system, the one that is used in hydraulic lift. This one, ekanje. So into engizoyenza ke zenzithe kanje. So this is my my setup. So i-setup yami izoba nani? Ngizogcwalisa nge-fluid la. I'm going to fill with a fluid. It can be water, it can be any other fluid. So the engineers that actually make lama devices afana nabo hydraulic lifts, they actually decide first what type of fluid they're gonna use. Based on what? Based on output abafuna ukuyithola. So let's just say here I've got a fluid. So there is water in this entire part, right? So mangizo apply pressure mina at this point. If I apply pressure on this side, that pressure will be transferred all the way to this side. Because vele we saw uthini, the pressure is transmitted to each and every point on the fluid. Iyezwakala leyo nto ngisho. Alright, so yini esizoyenza ke thina, we are going to manipulate it in this way. How are we going to manipulate it? We are going to say we're going to have a piston la, we're going to have a stopper, into ngathi stopper kanjeni. Le esokwazi ukuthi senze njani, siyicindezele. So that's banani, a force. So we can be able to apply a force on this piston, right? And then on the other side, we're also going to have another piston as well. We're going to have another piston. So let's just say we have another piston here on the other side. Okay. So on this side of the fluid, we are going to apply a force. Shuthi mina I'm going to apply what? A force. So if I apply force, I cause pressure, and that pressure will be transmitted. Mangizo apply a force, ekufana ukuthi kahle mina ngenza njani? Ngipusha la manzi, noma I'm pushing this fluid. More of the fluid will go on that side because I'm doing what? I'm pushing it down. Are we seeing the sense, God? Yes. So as I'm doing that, let's just say this will displace kanje from here to here. Let's just say my piston will move. The piston yami izo displace izibe ngapha somewhere around here. So this is the final position of my piston. So it means ukuthi kahle kahle ngidisplace la manzi, bekunamanzi ngisho la, there was a lot of fluid. All of this place there was some fluid. And then I push down my piston. This piston has got a certain area, of course. The piston liner in the area which is A. Alright? So on the other side, what will happen? Spaces. Do you see that is more open compared to this side? Yes. So since it's more open compared to this side, if I'm going to push this for a displacement of delta X, this one will be what? It will be lifted up by the fluid. And they go to the other side. Yes, they're experiencing the pressure. They're experiencing the pressure caused by the force that I'm applying on this area. So the man's law, they're going to displace and go to the other side and lift the other part of the piston. The other piston, no matter the other side. But the piston liner, will it lift as much high as this one? Masengbuza. Izo lift kangako in compared to this one? Why not? Ivulekile ngisho. So njengoba ivulekile, it means mangizopusha amanzi lawa engibona ngathi maningi on this side. That water will just spread out in different places here, and this piston will just move slightly up. So this piston, we know that is going to just move slightly. It's not going to move that much. It's going to move slightly. It's not going to move that much. It's going to move slightly. Bugani. So lana we will assume that this one is bigger. This movement is bigger than the other one. Send the ganje. So it is going to move slightly to this point. So now it's moving ganje. So a piston here on the other side, it is displaced by ubani, by delta X OSB. So ngizombiza ngo delta X2 lona, while that one I'm going to call it ubani, delta X1. So our piston has moved slightly on the other side. So here, one thing that we can say about the mathematics here, delta x1 is greater than bani, delta x2. Because this side is more compact, right? So if I'm going to push this, it's going to move a bigger distance. But ngalena laman, they're just going to spread out in all places, such that this piston will just slightly rise and not that much. Do you see the sense, God? Okay, so with this way, delta x1 weight is greater than delta x2. Let us now talk about the force. Because ngalena we're having a certain area on this piston. We're also having an area on this other piston. So ngale we've got area 1, which is the area on the piston that I'm putting in the force. So then I'm going to call it an input piston. So this is an input piston. So this is the piston where I'm applying the force. Ngalena it is a what? It is an output piston. So the piston lena, from here to here, it is moving because of the force from the what? From the fluid. Sayibona ngisho. Because mina apply force ngalena nganyazi is fluid. If fluid anyaza in the other piston. So the other piston is being moved by what? By the force from the fluid, which I caused on the other side. So this piston is actually experiencing a what? A force upwards. So this is experiencing a force upwards now. So it is experiencing a force, let's just call it force 2, or force 1. Alright, so now let's go and now deduce now what is happening, why are we doing this, all of that type of stuff. Alright, so first of all, before we do the mathematical proof, if force net displacement in this work energy in this work energy equation, if force and displacement, they are what? They are inversely proportional. So work here, the force and the displacement, we can just say that force is inversely proportional to the displacement. So in this case, if it happens that you are going to apply a bigger force, then it means, okay, let's just, a realistic scenario is whereby you're going to have a smaller displacement. Yeah, if you're going to have a smaller displacement, it means that you're going to have a what? A bigger output force. So in the same way here, the fluid liner that is pushing this object is having a smaller displacement than the one in the file on the other side. Let's just put some mathematics and try to figure out where they land before we go. So what is happening then? If we look at the work done on one side, because we were able to displace this piston, so we can say that the work done in the input piston is equals to what? The work done in the input piston is equals to the force multiplied by force 1 multiplied by the displacement. In this case, with displacement money 1 is in the input. How much work have I transferred to move the piston from this point to this point? And then you already know that its displacement, to some extent, it can be expressed in form of money, in form of area as well. Because basically we know that pressure is equals to force over area, right? So pressure is equals to force over area. We know that. So we can just say the input piston, we can write force as pressure times money times the area of the input piston. So this is the pressure that is caused by the force engi apply lagu input F1, right? So this is the pressure times the input area, the area of the input piston, ela. And then this is times delta x1. This is times delta x1. We can do the same for the output pistons. How much work has been done in the output system? In the output system, nakona work is the force, but the force is which is the force from the fluid this time. The force multiplied by the displacement training man. So this is going to be the force F2 multiplied by the small displacement delta x2. We substitute force with pressure multiplied by area. The pressure is it the same P as the pressure in the input? Lo P output, is it going to be the same as the one in the input? No or yes? Yes, Pascal's law says that if pressure is transmitted undiminished. Undiminished simply means ayihlukaniswanga, ayishintsanga. Nga-apply mina 20 newtons on an area of 1 cubic meters. I've got 20 pascals of pressure on one side. That force that I've applied, it moves the fluid, and the fluid will apply a force such that the pressure on the other side will also be 20, the same one that I've implemented, that I've applied in the first one. So the pressure here is the same, the pressure scenario is the same, but the area now is different because now the area of the output piston, no matter the second piston, so it's going to be a different area. It's an open one. So from this, we can say what? Put delta X one way to simplify. One thing that we know about work, the work is energy, right? Work, we just treat it as energy to an extent. So energy has got a principle of conservation. The total energy is what? Is conserved. Yes. The total energy is what? Is conserved. So if this external energy, which is the input, it is given by this formula, it means the output nakona is also going to be equal. So as I'm applying a force to move that, this piston down, the energy that I'm applying, no matter the work done to move this piston, will be the same as the work done to move the other piston. It's just that our areas, they are different. The displacements are different. And the forces will also be different. So from here, the work done in the input and the work done in the output, they're going to be what? Equal to one another, because the energy must be conserved. So if I equate this, the work done in the input must be the same work that I will get in the what? In the output. So now we are ignoring any other frictional forces, no matter any energy. So if we don't have any other thing that is draining energy from the system, we just assume the energy that you transfer in the input will be equal to the energy transferred in the output. The work done in the input is equal to the work done in the what? In the output. Means the energy we apply with input, iyalingana the energy that you're gonna get in the what? In the output. Because basically you've applied a force there, the pressure was transmitted. So at this point you can say that this pressure multiplied by A1 times delta X1, because this is the work done at the input piston. Now, this is equal to the pressure multiplied by area 2 times delta X, or delta X2 this time, delta X2. But these two pressures are equal to one another. Yes, so you can just cancel them out from the equation because they're equal to one another. So in this case, you can say that A1 times delta X1 is equal to A2 times delta X2. And then if you manipulate the equation in your ways, or A2 over A1, let me just say I divide by A1 delta X2, divide by A1 delta X2. If we cancel this side out, so this side, so no A2 over A1 in issue. A2 over A1 will be equal to delta X1 over delta X2. Yes, this is the first equation that we use to describe the Pascal principle, the first one that we use. It's an intermediate equation. It's the ratio of the displacement is equal to the ratio of the areas as well, but in the inverse proportion, of course. So this is delta X1 over delta X2 is equal to A2 over A1. But as why are we doing this? What does this have effect? What effect does this have on the force? Let's see what effect does this have. So we know furthermore that here we can introduce the force quantity. How do you introduce the force? Yeah, you find a way to introduce the force quantity using mathematics there. But delta X1 there can be written as F over the work and F over the work. Yeah, okay, we can use that approach. So here, remember, the force is equal to the work over the displacement again. If you just tweak your equation. So here, we can just say it displacement here, it is the same thing as work over the force. So I can just say it displacement can be expressed as the work done over the force. Because remember that work done is force times displacement. So lana ngizoteni the work done, which is W, over delta over the what? Over the force, right? So I'm going to say work done over the force. This time I'm gonna call it force 1. Because lang ngikhuluma displacement 1, delta x1. So it is the work done over the force 1. Then this is over delta x2, we're just gonna do the same. It's gonna be the same work done. Lot W, not W, they are what? They are equal to one another. Because the energy, they must be conserved. The input work and the output work must be what? Equal to one another. Over bani, over the output force. The output force, it is the force that is happening here at the output piston. Here at the output piston, the fluid is pushing. Lively to push corner. What is the force applied by the fluid? Lawyer F1, lawyer I'm the human who applied it. But manje, I've caused the fluid to move and apply a force ngale with F2. So from that, we can come and say, this is equals to ban. This is equals to A2 over A1, right? This is all equals to A2 over A1. You just cancel out one needs to be cancelled out there. This work and this work can cancel out such that when you just take this upwards, this is going to give you bani F2 over F1, right? Is equals to A2 over A1. What is so significant about the principle? Why is the principle learner? It is so that we can be able to produce more force. What does this tell us? If force is we put smaller force, but we get bigger force in the output. Must now apply 20 newtons over a bigger displacement in the input piston. When we apply a 20 newtons force over a what? Over a bigger displacement, means that we displace the piston here to a pool, right? The fluid layer is displaced like a pool. So it's just going to be what? A smaller displacement. But to maintain the balance, we know the energy is conserved. So it means that the force. Because basically displacement and force, they are what? They are inversely proportional to one another. Displacement and force, they are inversely proportional. Since displacement and force, they are inversely proportional to one another, it means we say this time we have increased the force this side, right? We've put a smaller force on a bigger displacement. Here's what I learned to make some work. And then we get a what? A bigger force on a what? On a smaller displacement. That is the inverse proportion in the guy. So apply a force but to make sure that we displace the piston quite a lot. But the output is we get a bigger force with a what? With a smaller displacement. So that it means that you can even lift a car now, because your force can be multiplied since the work is since the energy is conserved. Your force can be multiplied. When you hydraulic press, whenever you want to lift a car, you don't have to put too much force. You just do it. But little force on the hydraulic press is able to lift a car. It's able to lift a car. So that's how our hydraulic presses are designed. So you apply a smaller force on a bigger displacement. To my displace piston yako with a bigger size, not bigger displacement. And then now, ngalena is just going to move kancane. It's going to move a smaller displacement, which is delta x2. But the force that's going to be produced will be much greater. The force from the fluid will be much greater. Because force and displacement in this context, they are what? They are inversely proportional. This is the correct A1. But you often write it as F2 over A2 is equals to F1 over A1. This is the way to write it properly, but this is also correct as well. Here's all I think sure. Yes. Let's knock off and call it a day and close it the usual way.